It's really exciting time to be in payments for a couple of reasons that might sound ironic. One, because payments are becoming a commodity, and the other is because they're disappearing. Payments in the past had been a vertical of its own on which people made a fair amount of money, just in the transaction element. That's changing, and that's both changing because of technology that's advanced, things that have happened. It's changing a bit because of shakeups that happened after 2008. So the financial crisis caused a lot of firms to lay off folks that used to do technology themselves internally, so there was a need. On the revenue side and the P&L side, it decreased borrowing, and borrowing has been one of the, and still is, one of the biggest ways to make money in payments. So it's not through the payment itself, it's through borrowing. Commoditization is happening because the services provided by a merchant acquirer, simply processing the transaction, making sure it's okay to do that, there's no particular value add. They never fail, they always work. The pressure to bring down prices to commodity prices varies by the size of merchant. If you are a very large merchant, you have much greater negotiating power. If you're a smaller merchant, you probably don't have anyone on your staff who even pays attention to payments that much. There's a case 2 or 3 years ago, the Costco portfolio, which had been owned only by American Express, was won by Visa. And in that case, Costco is paying virtually nothing to accept cards because they're squeezing it. Now, on the merchant acquirer side, that puts pressure on them, because if you're a merchant acquirer, the organization that signs up the merchant to accept cards, you are the one who passes the fee on to the merchants. You say to the merchant, you're paying 2.5%. The merchant says, I want to pay less than that. You say to the merchant, well, listen, 80% of that I have no control over. That is squeezing the amount of money that is made from the acquiring business. So acquirers are looking for other revenue streams. So where they're going is they're trying to bundle their services with something else. If any of you use QuickBooks for your office or at home, you'll notice that QuickBooks now allows you to easily turn on payment acceptance. The trend these days in merchant acquiring is to find, almost to separate your offerings by vertical, by kind of merchant. If it's a medical supply company, you look for a company that supplies ways to track medical inventory, and you bundle payments accepted into that. If you are using your accounting system, that's a hard thing to change. If your payment processing is bundled with your accounting system, you'll probably not change your payment processor. In the next few years, it will be interesting to watch the incumbents, mainly Visa and MasterCard, and Amex to some extent, add on things that they can make money from because their traditional revenue streams are getting squeezed. Amex will be particularly interesting because they have a relationship with the consumer and the merchant, and they set the price in the middle, so they're in a better position to add on services. On the merchant acquiring space, watch the acquisitions, watch who the big merchant acquirers are buying, because you'll see them buying firms that have an expertise in a particular area. And you'll see them buying those because that's buying capabilities they can bundle with payments acceptance. Because over time, it's happening much more quickly in the online space, payments disappears and should disappear. Payments should be something you don't have to think about, because nobody goes into a store saying, I want to pay. They go into a store saying, I want to buy something, and payments is a necessary conclusion to that process.